Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Hi guys. Hello. Hi everybody. Hello, thanks for joining in. I welcome all of you all to the class 4 of this course, the bookmark course. And it's been a long journey and we have learned so many different unconventional bookmarks already in the previous classes. So if you have attended any of the previous classes or you have attended all of the previous classes, all the 3 previous classes, quickly give me a thumbs up in the chat section and also do let me know which was your favorite class up till now and which was your favorite bookmark up till now. Yes, so give me a thumbs up if you attended all the previous classes or you attended any of the previous classes, and also do let me know which was your favorite bookmark. And till then, we'll wait for all of our friends to just join in, and then we'll begin today's fun activity, which is again going to be really fun because we are again going to make something which is totally different, not something which is a regular bookmark, of course. So just till your friends join in, let's quickly see if you guys attended any of the previous classes, and let's see which class was your favorite. Yes, type it in the chat section, which was your favorite class. Give me a thumbs up if you attended any of the previous classes. Yes, awesome. So also don't forget to invite your friends for your classes. If you're enjoying any of the hobby classes on Uolo, it's good to invite your friends as well so that all of you all can enjoy together. All of you all can learn something new and explore different fields. So make sure that if you haven't invited your friends in this class, you attend. And if you're attending any of the other classes, make sure you invite your friends, and that's how you can enjoy together. Yes. So we have a lot of people already joining in, and we see quite a lot of thumbs ups as well. So I see few of you all who have attended some classes, few of you all have attended all the previous classes. So that's a great number. And also talking in terms of the submissions, you guys have been phenomenal in terms of the submissions. So make sure that you don't forget to provide the submissions for this class as well, so that by the end of this course, if you have made the submissions for all the classes, you also receive a certificate. So don't forget to make your submissions for this class as well. We have already shared the submission process right at the beginning. If you have joined in late, do not worry. I'll share the same video with all of y'all when the class ends as well. Okay, so let's quickly get started with the class. But just before we get started, I want all of y'all to give me a thumbs up if you are ready with your art materials. Give me a bright, beautiful smile. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready with your art materials. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready for the class to begin. Yes, and also give me a bright smile. Give me a bright smile and a thumbs up. Yes, come on, quickly. I want all of y'all to give me a bright, beautiful smile. Come on, this is the last class of this course. So I'm going to miss you all a lot. Okay, so I'm going to miss you all a lot. So make sure you give me a bright smile. Yes, so I want all the smiling faces on my screen. I need the thumbs up as well that you guys are ready with your art material. Do not worry, I'll share all the art materials with you all once I share the screen. You already know how much I discuss the art materials in detail, so don't worry about that. But just the basic list of art materials was provided to you all in the course list as well. So just give me a thumbs up if you're ready with those. Give me a bright smile. Yes, everybody. Awesome. So I'm going to quickly share the screen. We'll get started with the class. And before that, we'll discuss the art material first. Okay, so don't worry. I've already shared the screen and we are beginning with the class now. So let us all begin with the art materials first. Okay, awesome. Let's begin. So number one art material, I have an A5 size of white sheet over here. This is an A5 size. You can have a smaller size as well because we just need a strip of paper with a little bit of thickness for the bookmark. So you need not have a complete A5 size. A smaller size than that would also work. And you may not have a white plain sheet, so you can use any other colored sheet that is available at your place. You can also use a sheet from your notebook. You can also use a cardboard if you have it at your place. That's totally fine, and it's all right if you don't have a big size of paper or an A5 size of paper just the way I have it here, because ultimately what we need is a strip of paper. So you need not have such a big size of paper. You can just have a thick size of, you know, a strip of paper, just like a regular bookmark that we make. That is the size of the paper that we actually require. So it's fine if you're not having this giant sheet, this A5 size. You can have any size of that strip which is available with you all. You can use any other colored sheet. You can use a sheet from a notebook as well, as I said. So make sure that you have this number one art material. That is going to be a base paper. It could be a white drawing sheet. It could be any other colored drawing sheet. It could be a sheet from your notebook as well. Okay, so I've already given you two substitutes for this. I am sure that you might be having all of these as well, or any of these. So just go grab one of these and get ready for the second art material of this class. That is a plastic sheet. So this is nothing but a plastic cover that we use for covering the books, etc. But you can also have a thick Ziploc bag plastic sheet. We just need thin plastic sheet. It need not be such a big size. Again, we just need a strip of this plastic sheet of the size of the bookmark that we are going to create. So you can use this plastic sheet. It could be a book cover. It could be any other plastic bag, slightly thicker. So you can use that. You need not need such a big size of this plastic sheet. Again, as I said, you just need a strip of this plastic sheet, just the size of the bookmark that we are going to create. So make sure that you have at least one of these. It could be a plastic sheet. It could also be a thick plastic bag. You can just cut out a strip from that as well. That's totally fine. So make sure that you also have a plastic sheet available with you all. Okay, so this is a plastic sheet. Next, what I have here, number 3, is a pencil. So you can also have a pencil, and also make sure that you have a scale with you. I couldn't show it here, but make sure that you also have a scale or a ruler with you. So a pencil and a ruler or a scale would also be required in today's class. Next, number 4, we need a pair of scissors. And as I keep repeating it time and again in all the classes, if you're not comfortable with the usage of scissors, please do not use them all by yourselves. Please seek help from somebody around you while you're using these sharp tools. And if you're still comfortable with using the scissors, be extremely careful while you're using them. Okay, so this is a pair of scissors that we need in today's class. And the next, number 5, I have a Fevicol over here. This is some unknown brand of Fevicol, but you can have a regular Fevicol glue that we have. Any brand of this glue would work. So I have a liquid glue that is a Fevicol here with me. If you're not having a Fevicol, you can also make use of a cello tape. So don't worry if you're not having a Fevicol, you can just use a cello tape. Whatever I stick with the help of a Fevicol, you can just use the same with the cello tape as well. So in case you're not having a Fevicol, you can switch it, you can substitute it with a cello tape as well. Okay. So that's the next start material, and we need these confettis. So these are a mixture of tiny sequences, tiny beads, some tiny sequences. As I said, these are nothing but confettis that we require in this class. Make sure that whatever beads you are having are really, really tiny in size. We don't need those giant sequences or stones or something like that. Very tiny beads, very tiny sequences is what we require in this class. In case you're not having these available at your place, trust me, the substitute for this could be the punch circles that we get. So the punch machine has a lid at the back side, at the reverse side of it. So what you can do is just take those collection of those punches, the tiny circles behind the punching machine. There's an area where all those tiny circles gather behind the punching machine. So you can use those tiny, tiny circles as well as a substitute of this. And in case you're having those punch crafts of different, shapes and sizes, those punch crafts which are available, in case you're not aware, please skip this. But in case you're not having those tiny beads, tiny sequences, I gave you all the best substitute for it, which could be those tiny punch circles. In case you're not having that, you can just quickly fold some sheets, quickly punch those, and you'll have a good number of circles, those tiny punch circles at the back of your punching machine. You can also use them in today's class in place of these confettis. So these tiny beads, tiny crystals, tiny sequences is nothing but called as confettis. So this is what we are going to make use of in this class. I've also given you the best substitute for it. So make sure that you at least have one of those, okay? So this is what we need in today's class, and we are all ready to get started. So number 1, what I want you all to do in today's class is, again, nothing very new. I keep repeating this in all of my classes, is that first I want you all to observe it on the screen. Okay, I would be repeating each and every process time and again. So what I want you all to do is first observe it, and then when I'm repeating the process, you all can carry along. Okay, so I'll take you step by step. Do not worry. I'll take you through each step in detail, and I'm going to repeat each step very much in detail. So make sure that you're not in a rush, you're not hurrying the process, because this could be a little difficult if you are not paying attention. Okay, so make sure that when I ask you all to pay attention on the screen, observe the process for the first time, you're observing it carefully, and then when I'm repeating it, you all can create it for yourself. Okay, so now time for observing it, time for paying attention. Make sure that all of your eyes are on the screen, and then when I'm repeating it, you all can just create it for yourself. Okay, so let's begin. So I have a plastic sheet over here, and first of all, what I'm going to do is cut out a thick strip of it. So I'm using a ruler over here. I asked you all to get a ruler as well in the beginning of the class. And what I'm going to do is simply make the border lines for that cutout. So this is one straight line. Then I am going to make another straight line on the other side. As I said, we need a thick strip of paper. Then I'm going to join these with the help of a horizontal line. So could you just spot these pencil marks over here? I'm sure they are visible on the screen. So this is what I've created. Now, next step is to cut this out. Okay, so now I'm going to repeat this for you all. All of you all can take your art materials now and now carry along with me. Okay, so this was step number one, the process number one. We need to cut out a thick plastic sheet. First, we'll just mark the boundaries of this thick strip of plastic sheet and then we'll cut it out. So let's quickly begin right from here. Okay, so I'm repeating it now. If you're comfortable, you can create it for yourself. Okay, so this is the plastic sheet that I have. In case you're having a tiny size of plastic sheet, make sure that you just cut out a thin, small size of it, thin, small strip of it. That's totally fine. Since I have this size of plastic sheet available with me, I'm going to cut out in the desired size. If you have a tiny sheet, make sure that you're cutting out a tiny part of it. Okay, awesome. So taking my plastic sheet over here, I'm repeating it. If you're comfortable, you can carry along. Okay, so taking the ruler, I'm going to mark one side of it, the first vertical line. Then I'm leaving a little bit of gap of this thickness, and I'm going to draw another vertical line, and then I'm going to join those with the help of a horizontal line. Okay, so this would be an ideal size of a bookmark, not too large, not too small. So this is what I've created, and now you just need to cut along it. Okay, so I hope you can see the pencil lines. What I'm going to do is just cut out this strip of plastic sheet. Okay, and as I said, if you're not comfortable with the usage of scissors, please do ask for help from somebody around you. So I'm just cutting these out, cutting the strip of this plastic sheet out. Okay. All right. So we have this size of plastic sheet over here. Okay, so I hope you all can see this plastic sheet that I'm holding in my hand over here. This is the size of the plastic sheet that I've cut out from the whole plastic sheet, the larger one that I had. In case you didn't have this larger size, you used a smaller size of the plastic sheet and hence got a smaller strip of this plastic sheet, that's totally fine. What you can do is just make a tiny bookmark instead of the one that I am making here today. Okay, so this is the plastic strip that we have. Okay, now again, the step number one is done. We are done with the plastic strip cutout. We are moving to step number two. So now again, for the first time, I want all of you all to observe it on the screen, and then I'm going to replay it, and then you can carry along. Okay, so the step number two begins now. So I want all of you all to pay attention on the screens. I'm going to repeat it again, and then you can carry along. Okay, so step number two, make sure that all of your eyes are on the screen. Okay. So now what we have to do is paste this plastic sheet on one side of the A5 size of paper. Okay, and we have to stick it something like this over here, but we are not going to stick all the four sides. Okay, we are not going to stick all the four sides. I'm going to repeat this. We are not going to stick all the four sides. We are just going to stick the three sides, the two vertical side and one horizontal side. Okay, repeating it again. We are not going to stick all the four sides. We're just going to stick the two vertical lines and one horizontal line. Okay, so I'm on step number two only. let's quickly see the rest of the step number 2, and then I'll repeat it, and then you can create it for yourself. Okay, so observe it now. As I said, we are going to paste only the 3 sides. So I'm applying Fevicol on 3 sides, the 2 vertical sides and 1 horizontal side. Okay, so I'm using Fevicol and I'm going to apply it at the border line only. Okay, so at the border line. So this is the first side. This is going to be the second side, and then the opposite vertical line, the third side. Only 3 sides we have to stick. We leave the top side blank. Okay, and then we have to paste this on the white sheet. Okay, we just have to paste this on the white sheet like this. Okay, it would be a little difficult initially because the glue is wet, but make sure that you are placing the sides in perfect place and at the perfect ends. Okay, so do not worry. Since the glue is a little wet, it would come out initially, but you can use a scale or something to just stick it nicely in place. Just hold it on one side and you can just stick it nicely with the help of a scale. Okay, just like this. Okay, so we are done with step number 2. I'm going to repeat this entire step 2 again for you all. So let's quickly begin right from here. Okay, so as I said, we are going to stick only the 3 sides of this plastic sheet. So let's begin now. For everybody who was observing first and now creating it for yourself, I'm repeating it. So now you can all create it for yourself. We're going to start by sticking the 3 sides only. Okay, so only the 3 sides. We are going to apply the Fevicol on the 3 sides only, the edges of the 3 sides. Do not apply Fevicol in the center. We don't need that. So this is the first side, the first horizontal side, and apply the Fevicol only at the edge. This is the second side. And then this is the third side. We're not going to apply the glue on all 4 sides, only the 3 sides and only on the border. Okay. Awesome. Then we are just going to stick this on the sheet of paper that we have. Okay, and as I said, it would be a little difficult initially to stick this onto the paper because the glue is wet and the plastic sheet would be very thin to stick. But what you can do is use a scale. You can use a scale and stick it nicely in place. So if you see from mine, even I was not able to stick it in one go. I had to use a scale to put it in place. So I'm going to place it again and I'm going to stick this nicely with the help of a scale. So make sure you're using this corner side of whatever sheet you're using so that you don't end up wasting the entire paper. So I've just sticked it onto the corner. Okay. So this was step number 2. And as I said, one side would be open. So we have glue on this side, we have glue on this side and this side as well. The front side, the top side is going to be open. Okay, so keep it open. Don't paste it right now because there's still something that we have to do. So let's wait for a little while to make it rest. It will not get dried so early. Let's give it a few minutes, few moments till then it is getting dried or a little onto place. Till then, everybody who's still sticking the plastic sheet, who's still cutting out the plastic sheet, you guys still have time. Don't worry, do not rush the process. It's totally fine. So we are done with step number 1, which was just cutting out the plastic sheet. We are done with step number 2, which was pasting that plastic sheet on the sheet, white sheet of paper or any other colored sheet of paper. So we are done with 2 steps, and I need a thumbs up if you guys are done with both of these two steps. Yes, so that I get an indication that we are all ready to move forward, to move on to the next process. So make sure that you're giving me a thumbs up as and when you're done. Okay, so as I said, it would be a little difficult initially to stick that plastic sheet on to the paper. So just use a scale and you can just, okay, so just like this, you can use a scale like I'm using over here and paste it nicely in place. Okay. Make sure that you're not applying glue at the center. We don't need glue at the center. We need the glue only at the sides. Okay. Awesome. So we are done with step number 2. Let's move ahead now. I think it's a good time to move ahead because I got thumbs ups from mostly everybody. Others, please do not rush the process. It's totally fine because once you're done with sticking this plastic sheet over here, half the task is done. Okay, so we are just left with 2 more steps now. Let's move to the next step, step number 3, which is going to be cut this out. Okay, so we need to cut this out again. We just need to cut this white sheet into the size of plastic sheet over here. Okay, so I'm going to leave a little bit of gap. I'm going to draw a horizontal line on top. This is the step number 3. So I want all eyes on the screen. When I'm repeating it, you all can create it for yourself. Okay, so just above this horizontal line, I've left a little bit of horizontal, a little bit of gap and made another horizontal line. And then I'm going to just cut this out in the required size. Okay. And then I'm going to just give it few diagonal cuts as well. So don't worry, I'm going to repeat this step number 3 again. So this is what we have done in step number 3. Okay, so let's quickly move back. Let's begin from here. Okay, so I'm starting with step number 3, repeat. So now you can create it for yourself. You can create the, you can carry out the same step for yourself. All you need to do is just about the open side of the plastic sheet, leave a little bit of gap and draw another horizontal line with the pencil. And now we are just going to cut this out. Okay, so cut this out very, very nicely, very, very cleanly. Do not cut the plastic sheet, just cut the white sheet of paper. Okay. Okay, and then just 2 diagonal cuts at the top side where we left a little bit of gap, just like this. Okay, awesome. So we are done with step number 3 as well. And I think now it's time to move to the last step before our bookmark is ready. And this step again could be a little critical. It could be a little difficult to carry out when the glue is still wet. So in case your glue is still wet, you can just wait for a little while till the time it gets dry. And once it is dried, you can carry this process for yourself. But for now, let's move ahead. Let's move to the next step. What you can do is just observe it here. And then when it is dried, you can just follow the same step all by yourself. Okay, so let's move to the last step now. So the pocket which we have created, there's an opening at the top side, right? So we have an opening at the top side. What we have to do is just put all the confetti inside this pocket. Okay, so just put all the confetti inside this pocket that we have created. Just keep putting all the confettis inside over here. Okay, so that's just the pocket that we have created, and I'm gonna put all the confettis that we have over here inside this pocket slowly. So if your glue is a little wet, it might be a possibility that all these beads are getting stuck to the edges. And that's the reason I was asking you all to wait for a while till the glue is dried up, and then you can just do it for yourself. Okay. So this is how it should move inside. When you shake the bookmark, it should move inside. So that is what I'm doing now. Okay. And then finally, when you have just inserted all the confetti into this pocket, you can just seal the top side as well. If you remember, we did not stick one side. This we stick the last side of it. Now you stick the last side as well. Okay. Awesome. That we created, and if you mark, the confetti is inside, the beads inside would also move because we created that pocket inside. So this is what we created. Yes. So don't worry, I'm going to repeat step 4 again. Let's begin right from here. So we had a pocket being created at the top side. All we need to do is just through that pocket, insert all the confettis, the tiny beads, just these that we're going to create. Okay. All right, and then all we need to do is just seal this, okay? Just stick it onto the top side. And then when you see, you have moving confettis, moving beads inside this bookmark. Yes, isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Awesome. So this is what we created in today's class. And I hope you guys enjoyed creating this. If you feel that the glue is still wet, please do not insert the confetti right now. Let's wait for a while that your glue is all dried up, and then you can insert the confettis. Okay, so then please wait for the glue to get all dried, and then you can create this for yourself. Okay, just I'm going to give a quick cut at this side because there's a little excess of paper over here. Okay. This looks perfect to me now. And this is what we created in today's class. That was a confetti bookmark. And if you see, the confettis are moving inside. So I hope you guys enjoyed this class and enjoyed creating the confetti bookmark. This is this bookmark with me. It has moving confettis inside. And I'll see you super duper soon with a brand new course. Please do not forget to make your submissions for this class, and please do take care of yourself. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay super duper creative, and I shall see you super soon with a new course. Okay, bye-bye.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session, and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, Your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at Uolo_app